Good morning. I got like 22% on my phone. So this message ain't gonna be long. I'm only doing this because I think this is the first time I'm getting some stuff off my chest versus trying to be nice or educate folks on different shit. You know, some of y'all, it's like this stuff, but you just do fucked up shit anyway. You know, um, as I guess I should say, hello, Kiasha. That's my name. Or Miss Dilworth. No one ever really calls me that. And my nickname is Kiki. And if it's too many Kikis in the room, I tell them call me Puda. Okay? I am the Empress. And so that's what I want to touch on. So I've been getting a lot of flack or slack or lip, okay, from a lot of different folk. Yeah, that's some green right there. For a lot of different folk, right? It's because it's a competition to them, and I know why everyone thought that way, you know, uh, which is because you already knew. Either you did know the person that was in that position or in that position wasn't true, okay? Or it's like certain things that particular person is able to do and they weren't, all right? And I'm just going to give an example of the shit that was going on with me, okay? So, even though I've been ordained since birth, meaning God put this position in front of me. I walked in that position or destiny my entire life, despite all of the different challenges that everybody put in my way. I've only had the support of my mother and my father, okay? Maybe a lover here or there, all right? I've always been looked at as kind of shy or weird or different. But this is the thing. Everyone knew. Everyone knew who I was. Except me. Yet, I walked in my destiny as an empress. Okay? And fast forward, I've been living in High Point about 30 years. I'm 45. I say that all the time. And I knew something was wrong because of the type of people, okay, that were coming into my life. And I'm always defending some part of myself to my life. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't even be like that. But, that's just the truth, okay? So the people that were sent by the person that was in that position. It wasn't people that match my vibration ever. And That was something I noticed. Okay. And what I was trying to figure out was how. How are you able to send me people? And why I wasn't meeting the caliber of people that I was. And find out a lot of stuff. You know, you find out that there are rumors out there that you run around with any and everything, and I don't. Rumors are out there that you have diseases, and I don't. Uh, Rumors out there that I was just like a dimwit, and I'm not. Uh, Rumors that I would do anything strange for a piece of change. Never have. And people catfish my pictures. They would tell stories to people that they would contact. They would get donations and full of lies and slander because they thought that the position that God had set for me was a competition. It is not. No one else will sit on that throne ever again. It will always be me. Rest of eternity. And some folks were envious, jealous, hateful. It's a lot that people did to ruin me inside and out. Ruin my name, ruin my reputation, ruin, man, my relationship with my family. And there were family members that believe what others say, even though I knew I didn't operate in that particular nature like that, you know. But the reason why God chose me, and I said this on my first channel, No Good Do Getter with the N, okay? Oh, man. Oh, good. I thought it stopped. I said this on my first channel. What God does is He weighs your life just like the balancing of your scales. He weighs like your whole life. Your actions, your decisions, choices, your heart, how you treat people, what's up with you. It doesn't matter if you return as a male or a female. It doesn't matter. But He can also see trajectories, okay? Future. That's what we call it, the future, right? And God saw, just like every lifetime, He sees everything that everyone sets out to do to me, knowing who I am. Okay? And every lifetime, if I'm not killed at a young age or something like that, you know, I figure out and realize who I am. My other phone ringing. I don't know why she ain't in my phone. That's weird. Huh. I'm gonna finish this real quick, then I'm gonna call her back. So, God sees all this shit. That's why it is never happens. Meaning, he sees everyone that's set out to kill me. Because he can look at the timeline. And it's always going to be a no. Always going to be a no. The reason why it's always going to be a no is because you have to walk in the guidelines. Period. And the guidelines are, man, laws of Mayat, 10 Commandments. It's not hard. It's really not hard to do, you know. But to a conglomerate of devils, it's hard as fuck for them to do it, okay? And, you know, once my light came on, it's like I'm a target. Which Mother God and Father God told me that. And I understood that, you know. And when they say things like, you the bait, you the trap, you the key, you the code, you the, hey, all the shit. And I said, when do these people know that? You know, because I already understood that people are hooked to elements, you know, to the planet. When you don't just read history that they have for you in school, and you actually read history of any of your people, it'll tell you. If you are around the ley lines, you'll activate. You are God's jewels. You know what that meant to me? Oh, I got all the jewels inside of me. Don't matter if it's a diamond, a pearl, a ruby. You know, I got it. And so people buy outside things, and there's nothing wrong with that. From the stones, there's nothing wrong with it. But my thought process is, that's in me. Use it within me. And that's what I do. But because I didn't dabble in any magic this lifetime at all, God was very upset. Okay? And Mother and Father God decided to, you know, inhabit me. And I'm their daughter. But also, what they decided, in my lineage, I have a lot of ascended masters because I'm an ascended master too. And once they told me that, I said, okay. They said, whatever I speak, it could take place. But they also said, too, I need to control my temper or my anger. because it can change the weather. It could change the world. I said, all right, okay, you know. And even though I am judgment for some people, karma for some people, just a duality mirror reflection for some people, but I'm also faith, hope, and belief for a lot of people. You know, this is what I want people to understand. When you master duality, your masculine and your feminine side, you're rooting for the cause on both sides. Okay? So, even when I talk to you about all the fuck shit you do, you know, and you're concerned about it not being aired, I'm telling you, you're going to appreciate the fact that I aired partial parts of your shit, because it's going to force you to change. It's going to force you to get in line. And it's going to force you to think twice about losing your life. Because everyone would look at me like I'm the bad woman. That I'm going to be the one to kill you. No. That's God's job. Even though I have the title. I really want you to understand that. I have the title to call judgment and act upon judgment. And I don't. I let God do that. Okay? And the other thing that I done, even though they put everything in my hands, I let them do it. Meaning, when it's time to give you your karma, guess what? God knows when that time is. Angels know when that time is. Ancestors know when that time is for you. I just activated them for them to do that. The other thing I did, because all of it, I want you to understand when I keep saying co-create with the universe, that means don't do fucked up demonic shit to the fucking universe and think you're not going to get the repercussions of the shit you putting out. That's not co-creating. That's just being an asshole. That's being a bitch. That's being a fucker. You know, that's being a real shitty individual. And correct me if I'm wrong. God didn't give you life for you to be a shitty individual all your fucking life. God did not give you life for you to be out here killing other lives. That is not a job, okay? I don't give a fuck who tells you that that's a job. It's not a fucking job. What you did was you picked up a job from your enemy, our enemy. And that's all they wanted to do, kill us. And so you people with the same skin I got, you picked up their work. You were never supposed to do that. It doesn't matter who I am on this planet. It doesn't matter where I come from. It doesn't matter what I say out my mouth. when you are still wondering why shit isn't working out for you and why you're not being favored and why you are not gaining anything over me or in this position that I'm going to take back, I don't kill anybody. I don't have to. I don't wish ill will on anybody. I don't have to. I don't have to talk shit about nobody. I don't have to put shit in the yard, do no spell work on you. I don't have to make you feel less than. I don't have to talk no foul, fucked up shit on your name or nothing. The reason why I don't have to is because I'm grown. And that's childish as fuck. And even myself was just embarrassed that there were old friends, family that act this childish. It's like, okay, even though I got pretty good ideas on who everyone is, did I want to keep that in the forefront of my brain? No. Because the more I understand how ignorant you are, instead of me talking a lot of shit about you, instead of this being a back and forth of bullshit, I wash my hands of it. And that means I wash my hands of you. It is not me that has to learn anything. It is all you guys. And you want to take what I've learned, what I've created, what I've cultivated, what I've persevered through, what I've understood, any form of my hard work, internally and externally. You want to take it from me. I want you to understand something. I wrote a story about signature, right? Because that's really what everyone's doing. They're putting my signature on contracts to have me locked, bound, blocked, blackmailed, blackballed, to eventually, not gonna happen. But since you did it, right? Do you know every fiber of your being is your signature? So even if it's your hand writing my name, it doesn't match my signature. It doesn't match my vibration, my frequency. It doesn't match my heart or my mind. So it didn't matter what you were doing. Even if you went and got plastic surgery to look like me. Ooh. That was a doozy for me to just understand. But since you did it, still not my signature. Because what God knows and understands is this. Kiki ain't never had no plastic surgery. On nothing. On nothing. You know, when she ready to get rid of her belly, she gonna jog her ass around. She gonna run around and she gonna do some damn crunches and shit. She don't go and say, suck this fat out of me or give me this different face or none of that shit. I don't do that. And God knows that's a part of my signature. And what everyone was doing was looking at this particular life, the one that we're in right now, and then looking into the previous life, thinking you had a leg up. If you understood that your soul and spirit never die, I don't know how many times that's told to people. And I think because it's not real in front of you, you don't believe that it's a real thing, but it is. So since your soul and your spirit never die, and if I say, which I have said in videos and in writings, I've came to this planet over 20 lifetimes. Okay? Do you actually think you know everything about me? No. Do you actually think you can get rid of me because you know that I just didn't do no what, black magic? No. That wasn't saying I didn't know about it like that. I just didn't know that people do this to other people that aren't doing that back to them. I mean, it's shown in all the movies, so it's not like I didn't know that way. But what I meant by when I said I didn't know the fact that it was people that I knew and people I didn't know doing this to me. But those people still knew me from previous lifetimes. And so when God told me, man, you're not sick. You'll never get sick. You're my daughter. And you're a healer. And what is being done to you is from magic. I will tell you, a lot of anger came over me. A tremendous amount of anger filled my entire being. And Mother God had to step in and say, hey, you got to calm down. You got to calm down big time. Because you're the one causing this rain, this thunderstorm, this lightning. I said, okay. And in case people don't know how hard it is to stay grounded and to keep a vibration of love, not fear, not hate, it's very hard. When you know what people are doing to you. And then I did not like the fact that you played on that we used to be family in previous lives. Talking about some, oh, sister, I'm your sister. No, the fuck you not. You lost that privilege the last fucking lifetime, bitch. Okay. And other things. You wanted to say you family with me. No, you're not. You're external people that came and befriended people in my family, and then you decided to take their name, just like you did me. difference is some of those people did lose their lives. I wasn't going to lose my life. And the main reason why I wasn't going to lose my life, because ever since I was little, and people would be doing shit to me, and I'm little. Okay? And I'm not saying it was some real bad shit, but at the same time, it still was shit that shouldn't have been done to a little girl. Okay? Meaning, none sexual. You know. And if something like that did happen, I'm glad I don't remember. But just manipulative things to the mind. Okay? And I understood it. I understood it from a feeling. And I said, this isn't all the way right. And I notice with people, no matter who they are, they want you to side with them even if they're dead ass fucking wrong. And I was never that type. I'm like, nah. Because I knew. That means you're including me with your bullshit. And I ain't want to do this shit. So I'm not. You know? I'm just fucking not. And then if you wanted to bitch, moan, and complain and wanted to argue about it, fight about it, whatever. The younger part of myself used to just leave. And I was already maturer than a lot of adults and kids. You know? But when I decided to fight, it broke my heart to have to fight my friends. It broke my heart to have to fight my family. That wasn't something I thought I would be doing. And I didn't care if I won, which I did. People wanted to cast me out. And you know, I didn't have a problem with that. I would gladly leave. Because I've always wanted fairness, peace, understanding. And it doesn't have to be how can I put it? It doesn't have to be that love like this. Oh, no, it don't have to be that. Love comes in variations. It comes in the form of taking care of a person, understanding a person, listening to a person. Someone like paying your bills, you know, or taking your car to get it washed. You know, cutting your grass, whatever. All of that is acts of kindness, which is a part of love, and it's acts of some loyalty, respect, and then just knowing you got a shitload of shit on your plate. It's always wonderful for someone to alleviate some of those things. Makes your day lighter and brighter. And hell, you know, sometimes with myself, I could do all the shit on your list. And I didn't mind doing it. Just so you can have a day off without having to take a day off. You know? Okay, I got 10%, so I got to make this quick. I'm going to fast forward, and I'm going to address a man from my past who's a lawyer. You, sir, need to grow up. Big time. And because your feelings were hurt, you decided to wreak havoc in my life. I didn't know you long, but I knew you before. I actually said that to you, and you wanted to play me like I didn't know what I was talking about. And I just accepted it because I have to accept what comes out of your mouth. But I'm going to set the record straight. We hooked up a few times. 2, 3, 4, 5, some shit like that. And you always had some drama with some females. That ain't none of my business. It wasn't any of my business. And even when you wanted to just up the ante and include another female, no. And you got mad. Just like other guys in my past, they would get mad when they asked to. I didn't care. That ain't something I'm going to do. That ain't something I want to do. That ain't some shit that's like on my mind or whatever. Now, I probably could watch some shit, but that don't mean that I want to participate in this shit. Because I don't know how swapping that saliva work, and if it's clean, and if it's this and that, and no, I'm good. But you made it hard. All because you already had a plan. And then your plan wasn't going to work. I even told you parts of your plan. And you denied it. But you knew I was telling the truth. You know? And you hooked up with my old friend. I'm not even going to call her a best friend. She ain't do no best friend type shit. So I said I was going to dress 2 people. I'm going to dress in 3. Perfume lady, I know you slept with my ex while we were together before he passed. And you were taking my money and my brother's money and, you know, even when my boyfriend at the time wasn't with me, he was with you. And you were spending my money, my brother's money. Mind you, if you needed a ride, if you needed gas, if you needed money, we gave it to you. We actually thought you were somewhat of a decent person. And then as your mask starts to slip off, we realize you're a cuckoo bird. Crazy motherfucker. Just like the lawyer. Crazy motherfucker. Then I'm going to skip to the next person because, you know, I got a little bit of time. Next person. Hi, Mr. Barber. I knew about you too. Okay? And yes, all of you claim to love me, you know, in sick, weird, demented ways. And you thought I didn't know, but I knew. Okay? So, even when I was telling you about my spiritual journey and God and what they would tell me, you were running to your satanic fucking church telling these people. But you were making it seem like you were the voice of God. You were not. You also were making it seem like that we were partners, and we were not. Perfume lady, you did the same thing. We were not partners on anything. Lawyer, you did the same thing. We were not partners on anything. All 3 of y'all were partners. Setting up my brother and myself. Eventually to try and take more. than what you already have taken from us. And you thought that you had me backed into a corner and that I was going to just follow suit. I never follow suit. I don't take lightly to being threatened. I don't take lightly for hits being put on my head. I don't take lightly that men like to boss women around, use women, hit on women, and make them feel like shit. Even though none of you had the opportunity to do that to me, you would try that shit with fucking magic. Or all of you did the same shit, putting shit in my drink, putting shit in my food. So I would just say, no, thank you, I don't want it. Some of it I might even drink or eat. And I'll just shit it out or throw it up. Either way, it wasn't what you're supposed to do to a human or a fucking friend. I wouldn't even wish this on an enemy. And all of you made yourselves my enemy. And from the job I used to work at, yeah. Knew about y'all, knew about my neighbors, all of that. You know? Once I secured my life with immortality, I said, God, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do it. And he was like, get these motherfuckers. Expose they motherfucking ass. Show your motherfucking face every goddamn day. I don't care if you're tired. Take your ass outside every motherfucking day. And I remember that day, that first hit came to my home. And I went outside. God is all over me. Angels all over me. Ancestors all over me. And I saw those folks in all black with that black car. You did the right thing getting back in your vehicle. You really did. But when I came back in the house, God said, don't go back to sleep. I said, well, this was very shocking, tragic. And, I processed it in some kind of way. I think I need to take a nap and just come back to it. He said, no, the fuck you don't. You ain't taking no damn nap. And I said, well, okay. Then he said, you need to get your ass up. I said, I ain't got nothing to do. So I don't give a fuck if you ain't got nothing to do. You gonna make something to do. I was like, all right. He said, get your shoes on. I don't give a fuck if you go outside and check your mail. But you gonna go outside every motherfucking day, so all your neighbors can see your black ass. And every time they huddle up on Saturday and they talk on their phone and they get together and they talk all this shit about you, they're gonna keep seeing your black ass walk the fuck outside every motherfucking day. I got my shoes on. I was walking to the door and I stopped. I felt fear. God said, erase it. It's not real. You don't fear anything. What everyone else fears, you have accomplished it, perfected it, moved past it. You acknowledge it and you appreciate it, full of gratitude. You, my daughter, have no fear. And then I understood what he was talking about, the fear of death. I wasn't afraid of death. Never. I experienced death so many times. Peace. And yes, he put it back to the forefront of my brain that people are afraid of it. Therefore, they're afraid of you because you keep surviving death. I said, okay. I opened my door and I went outside and I checked my mail. But the last thing I'm going to say to especially all three of you guys, I can add in more people, but those people are linked to you guys anyway. So I'm sure they're going to get the message as well. When you are of a demonic nature of any kind, and you dwell in it, fester in it, and you swirl in the shit, and you know that this is a divine blessing, why do your demonic asses think you can take a divine blessing away from a divine being that God has ordained before coming to this planet as divine? And you've taken things from me, and this is protected, and you still want to take it. And all the times that you take from me, you never wanted to tell me that you were a witch or a warlock. You never wanted to tell me that you just suck souls for a fucking living and that you energy harvest and all that shit. Y'all, your whole fucking cult never wanted to say that, damn, yeah, we do pay the motherfuckers at the hospital for your blood and shit. You know? And yeah, we along with them motherfuckers too, putting rituals on your ass and shit. All that. Even in your groups. Because your groups go by old shit in the fucking scriptures that say sacrifice an abundant person. And because y'all niggas was what? Old soulmates of mine in my past? You thought you was going to be new soulmates of mine in my future? Hell no. You think I couldn't see the flaws in all y'all motherfuckers? All three of y'all? Hell yeah. So, no, I wasn't making those mistakes. Plus, if you already married to somebody else, you can't come with me. I'm single. So you got to stop telling motherfuckers that we are together. Because I ain't with you. I ain't never been with y'all. I fucked you, barber. I fucked you, lawyer. I didn't fuck you, perfume lady. No. Not even a bank lady. And I'm sure when I say that, she know who the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not interested in that. And so when God pulls me away and I tell you that's what's going on, you should respect that instead of trying to go against that. That's where you fucked your own self up. And it ain't got shit to do with me. It's like everything has something to do with your actions as an individual. Your choices as an individual. You can't rope me into none of your shit. Like I'm a part of your choices. I'm not. Because the only way you look at me as a part of your choices is the fact that you're not getting what you want. Is the fact that I'm not giving you what you want. And the fact that I'm not submissive, I ain't attentive, I ain't, falling for your bullshit, and that I don't want to be with 3, 4, I don't know how many fucking women it is. No. I ain't never been like that. And the one girl I did try out, she was trying to make me the bitch. I said, okay, yeah, it's time for me to go. I thought we was friends. And then we was like, hey, dabbling in some shit. But when you try to solidify a position and a rank over me and make, damn, everybody was trying to make me the bitch. No, I'm not. I'm good, yo. I'm out. I do the same thing no matter who it is. Oh, okay. I'm out. You ain't rapping me no shit. See, I learned my lesson when I was nice. Party. Nice. 'Cause my devilish self, I let that go for some years. God said, you got to bring that back. I said, well, wait a minute. I said, God, people don't like that part of me. He said, who gives a fuck? That's me. You gonna pick that part of you up. Bring it back. You're gonna need it. You're gonna use it. I said, all right, bet. No problem. And then he said, show these motherfuckers how your brain works. Got you. Understood. And what that did was activate the warrior in me. That's always been there. Y'all motherfuckers just ain't never see it because I won't never around y'all when I was young. And then even the one that I was around that went to school with me, somehow he was oblivious to all the fights I used to get into in school. And his other homeboy had to tell him like, yo, you sure you was there? Because she whooped ass a whole lot of motherfuckers every fucking day. No problem. Niggas and bitches. You understand? But it's like, that ain't something I thought I would have to promote until now. Because it's like, okay, everybody thought they can play me because I'm like nice. Every nice person got a mean side to them too. But the difference is, I ain't hiding behind no black magic. I'm in front of your motherfucking face. And if I ain't directly in front of your face, I ain't scared to show my face on this camera to no fucking body. To make sure everybody understand what the fuck you did to me, you're gonna pay. And I'm not just talking about these three. I'm talking about everybody. Before these three, during these three, after these three, who gives a fuck? So the way I set things up was, no matter what you do, you're blocked too. And then no matter what, when you need saving, who you come back to? Me. And then you know what I'm going to tell you? You need to go to God. So even from like my first stories on my other channel with the N, I will have everyone submit to God, break you down to brass tacks, on your motherfucking knees, and on your motherfucking back. You ain't getting through unless you go through God. Period. So no matter what, you got to surrender to God. You got to prove yourself to God. You got to ask for forgiveness from God. I don't know what the fuck y'all worried about me for. See, once you did that shit and God came, that's who you should have been worried about. Not me. I'm saved, whatever you want to call it. Christ conscious, all that shit. I'm out the fucking way. You're still in the way. And you don't understand. As much as you stay in the way, the harder God is going to make your life. And the life you tried to give me, even now, when you stole money out of my bank accounts, okay? When you stole my work, all right? And then when you climbed up the ladder by fucking and getting, to my soulmate or whatever, bitch, you had a plan. Niggas, you had a plan. And you still don't understand. Because the devil makes y'all motherfuckers dumber than a box of rocks, okay? When you do shit to one of God's kids, expect to get fucked up. All the time. Everywhere you turn. Angels gonna fuck you up. Ancestors gonna fuck you up. Damn, your own spirit team gonna fuck you up. Your own family gonna fuck you up. That's some real shit. And the gods. Because it's just like I said. Need a beating. Need a whooping. You ain't learned your lesson. You're gonna learn the lesson before you move forward with anything. And if the gods feel like you ain't learning shit, it's over. And you don't like me saying that, but that's the truth. Every day I walked in this life, even as a kid, I made sure I learned. I didn't take learning for granted. I didn't take people for granted. And the stress and strain that you caused my mother, my father, and my brother, yeah, I'm getting redemption for all our asses. So no, I ain't gonna sit back and let a motherfucker say shit to me, do shit to me, or be some other shit to me. No. And if you put any bad seeds in my mom and my daddy, and in my brother, I'm making sure to get them motherfuckers out. Because they don't need to be polluted with the shit from y'all motherfuckers either. You know? But there's a lot of shit that y'all motherfuckers did that was beyond wrong. Broke all kinds of laws and rules. On the 3D, on the 5D, all the way up to the 12D. That's why they came too. I got alliances with all 12. You have none. All you can do is submit. That's it. Low-level demons all the way to the high-level demons. I still outrank all of y'all too. I outrank everything. Everything supports me. And that's because I respect all. Unseen and seen. I know that they real. I ain't playing with them. Nah, I ain't going to no graveyard fucking with them either. I ain't calling up demons for sport or none of that shit. Because see, when they realize you doing this shit for play, and then they want to decide to play with your ass, and then you saying, hey, you need to stop. I'm good. I done learned my lesson. Nah, they said, nah. Now we got 5 more years of this shit to fuck with you. Because the shit you did to them. And the shit you did to me. That's the thing that none of y'all actually get. It's like all the people you fucked up, fucked over, killed, anything. All of y'all was in my energy trying to cloak yourselves and to be good people, and you weren't. There's thousands of y'all. All that shit is looked at. Everyone that came from my head like I'm the bad one. Do you know there's a God, an angel, and an ancestor that just says, focus on that person. Look into their life. Look into their past life. So while you trying to just point on this 3D, 4D and above is checking you. Not me. My shit already been looked at. Thanks to y'all. Since I was little. So it's no more of ignorant, asinine, neglectful behavior because you got money and you want more money, or because you want a certain life versus the life that you got, because you're not getting the point. You have to fix the life you have instead of going after somebody else's life. Your life is based on your fuck ups, your mistakes, your problems, your lack of accountability to your shit, not mine. You know, that's why I get everything back. Everything you took on every level, all of it back. And then you're stuck with the debt of it all because you did it. It's that simple. And the way you tried to stick me to it is, if I cared about you, if I loved you, if I kept you in my heart, you know, my mind or my soul or my spirit. Fuck that. I learned quick. I'm gonna drop all these motherfuckers. Family, not family, seen, unseen, ex-boyfriend, boyfriend, friends, ex-friends. I don't give a fuck. If I ain't around none of y'all motherfuckers and none of y'all motherfuckers is around me, I don't give a fuck. Drop all of you. I made sure to drop you from my soul and from my spirit. Going back to the beginning of time. You know what that does? It even erases the magic that you've done in other lifetimes on me. It even erases the magic that you did this lifetime. Because as me, being Isis, and then having all the other goddesses in me too, because the universe, my aunt, shit, nah, they're not working to support y'all. Isis is the one that understood magic, created it, formulated it, made it a thing. So why wouldn't I just tap into my previous DNA and figure some shit out?